I just thought of something that I want to add to what this comment is from. It's a video where I'm talking about the world stage. USA is the stage. We're putting on a show for everybody else so that the little group of line leaders can get control over everyone else by putting a system in place that no one sees coming until it's too late, and then they don't know how to fight back against. We see this play out as world stage having different things playing off on each other, going against a different adversary, which is just essentially the line leaders group. Now, if I was this group of line leaders and I was cutting off access or starting to cut off access from the rest of the world so I can get my group of people under control, knowing that we're essentially going towards one world order, and that's a lot easier if each group is subdued. How then do you really use the USA and everything that's happening within it as an example? Land of opportunity. They had all that opportunity, and look what they did with it. What do you think the line leaders are going to go back to their different balconies and show the people? To be like, look, they had all of that chance and opportunity and just threw it away. They're showing them the TikTok trends. That's why they're created. It can sound as crazy to you as you want, but hear me out. So many people in the country have money in their bank account just sitting there for extended periods of time that could probably solve a whole state's worth of hunger. And there are children in schools not eating. Now, when these are watching this play and being told about this play from the perspective of someone who wants to use that for control, so they're making this look even worse, right? If that's possible. They're going to these group of people and they're showing them these trends as an example of what do you want to have everything and have full control and become like that? Look how silly they look. And they seem to us like silly little trends. The one going around right now that I'm really referencing, and it's ironic in a way because this one's happening, coinciding something that's happening in the government, certain pictures and certain accusations, right, of inappropriate behavior between a president and a past president, at the same time as the trend going around where the one person says, I don't stick anything in my butt, but my partner, and then the partner answers a different question altogether, but it looks in the video like they're listing stuff they stuck in their butt. We're a laughing stock of the world. We already are, and maybe that piece isn't coming yet where they're using the trends to try and prove a point of why they don't want to become like America and why they have to have control. Like the leader here will say to these people, look, you don't want to be like that. They had everything, the land of opportunity, and they have children starving, and yet this is what they're doing. Proof is in the pudding. These are the people, and this is what they're doing. They know that children's starving, and this is what they're doing. They know that they're not focusing on the right things, and this is what they're doing. They're hoarding wealth. This is what they're doing. They're sitting on lives all day, bringing no purpose to the community. This is what they're doing. They're going to use that to say, look, we, line leaders, have structure that will benefit you. Peace and safety. You won't waste your time like the land of opportunity that threw it all away. And they don't even need to prove it. We prove it for them. That's why every celebrity that gets to a certain level falls apart. Because the line leaders need to show the rest of the world, look, what are you going to just run free with riches? Look what happens when you do. And because there's war and destruction and all of these, well, you don't want that either. And you can't handle riches. So let us line leaders, let us control you. one world order. Our social media plays a big part. It's what is going to be used to convince these masses to fall in line. The ones that need to. The ones that would be persuaded in that way. Of course, the other ones will go along with things just to not be under destruction. But think about the trends. And think about the times. And think about how that makes us all look. The world should be stopped right now. We're seeing them try and push us into a, I don't know what that is. That was my cat's automatic water thing. Anyway, it was empty. They're trying to push us onto the brink of war so that they can come in and say, peace and safety, you need to follow us. And they need us to be fully depleted and sick of dealing with anything by the time we get there, so it's easier for them that we don't fight back. They're using social media against us here to keep us distracted, to make us believe we're climbing some kind of ladder in which whatever they're planning on bringing isn't going to affect a certain level. It's going to affect all levels. It's line leaders versus everyone else. Their golden ticket is the system that they're putting in place. All of this, the entire show, is to put the system in place. Because once the system's in place, they just tighten it and tighten it and tighten it until it's too difficult for us to fight back. Because they will just literally have the ability to take you and put you away somewhere for no reason. Surveillance state. They want to watch everything that we do because it's line leaders versus everyone else. And to get there, they need each of these places in a surveillance state. Once each of them are in a surveillance state, the line leaders effectively have the entire system in place. Then they just need to tighten their grip. Allegedly.